I'm gonna get started with a set of builds. These are all set up for Commander. I'm not sure if I'll try Brawl builds for these. On the right you can see my stash, and I've already shown it before. Kaladesh and a little bit of Amonkhet, then actually a lot of Amonkhet, then also more Kaladesh and Amonkhet, then Ixalan, then Dominaria. So very heavy on the on Kaladesh, and as I weed it out, it'll become less so because I am focusing a lot on Kaladesh heavy builds. So right here what I have is, up there I have, well right now as props for this video, I have these two decks that I showed last time. They're still going to be intact because this one is an elf deck based on Marwyn that'll wait for elves from M19. And then this one is a Valduk deck. They're both Brawl, and this one's going to stay like this. I'm not going to change it. It worked, and I'm pretty much done. It doesn't have any M19, but that's fine. Apparently it doesn't need it. I may switch a card or two, but it's probably going to be final forever. And then I have up here, I'm going to be doing an Adeliz Instants and Sorceries deck. But I'm going to start with a Commander build that has a lot of artifacts. I'm not sure yet this afternoon, if I'll be able to turn it into a Brawl deck, or if I want to. This is going to be a live build. We'll see where we go. Then I'm also, and of course, the main cards, either multicolored or legendaries or important cards, in this deck are Adeliz, Baral. I'm going to try Pion Alar. Let's see how it works. This is the deck that you guys saw in a previous video where I basically dismantled it. And then some blue-red critters from the current standard sets. Then the next deck is a white-green, go wide with creatures, which is taking in Okitra, which of course I dismantled as well. And I'm going to try out some of these creatures, plus a very large selection of others. And then the third build is going to be a green-black build, and it can use any one of these two commanders. So it's going to be one of those decks where you can switch back and forth between the two depending on what you're doing, which I think is a great technique. And I'm going to put in some heavies also. And this is where Bontu went. Alright, so I'm going to take away most of these cards right now and get going with Adeliz. Okay, so there goes first deck. I'll have to do some tripod maneuvering probably. Of course, the Adeliz deck, as it gets started, it's instants and sorceries, but also has a strong artifact theme. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit with the tripod. I'll be playing with the tripod as we move on, because I'll be laying out rows of cards. I am gonna take my time, so if you are ready for a relaxing deck building video, this is your video. Okay, so these are the artifacts. I'm gonna set them aside. These are my instants and sorceries. There are no enchantments in here except for I've got, every single deck has its corresponding cartouches and trials. I just like them. Doing something really relaxing today. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out by mana all the creatures. Okay, so that's first thing that I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. And also I've been taking screenshots for the icons that I use in YouTube, so I think I'm going to do this right now just for a second, because this is where I'm going to get my icon. And I'll try to remember to keep doing that in all the videos, because I've been redoing my icons and I find that if I didn't think about that a priori, then man, it's quite the game to find find a really good moment in the video that is worth making a YouTube icon for. Oh, these are, I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot. Off camera I did order these to save time. So that's gonna make it a lot easier. We're just gonna lay these down. Those are the 4 drops over there. And then these are the big critters. And I've got a bunch of artifact creatures which I'm gonna lay in. Again, the first build is purely commander, and I think I'm gonna try for I think I'm gonna do commander, brawl, commander, brawl, commander, brawl. I think it's easier to start with the bigger deck, in my opinion. Okay, so those are heavies, although I see some 3 drops that filtered in, fell in the wrong pile. So if you've seen any of my deck building videos, I can do that. 5s, 7s, 5s, and 7s. Okay, so now that we've got our 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, and 4 drops, let's briefly go through these. So I think we're doing a lot in this deck. We have some Kaladesh, so we are not going to be afraid of getting energy when things enter in the battlefield, generating energy, and using energy. I'm going to keep this in and play it online and see what happens. I've lost against it already, so I'm kind of like, well, sometimes if you lose against it, you'll be tempted to play it. Okay, so let me get my viewer. Okay, there we go. So I think this guy should be in. This guy too is getting energy. We're going to be drawing cards for our friend. Hold on a second. Okay.